Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to possibly my most favourite time of year. I am ready. This is the first in my autumn series 2025. My nails are ready. I am ready. This video season gives me so much life. We are starting off strong with the medallion mould from Moulds and Shapes. This is a mould that was recently sent to me. All of the details will be in the description box below, but so exciting. I have got the autumn glitter box from Sharon, Kerr at Resin Supplies down on Facebook. Oh guys, I'm so excited for this. I cannot explain it. First up, we've got holographic brown, followed by the Sabrina glitter. If this does not scream teenage witch, I do not know what does. Next up, we've got this stunning yellowy, orangey, goldy, brown, ombre, chameleon glitter called Helen. Then we've got the Erin, which is a pinky gold green. There's so many colours. Chameleon has so many colours. We've then got this holographic red strands. I've never seen anything like this, but this would be absolutely perfect for your autumn leafy vibe resin, but also Halloween. And actually, let's be honest, Christmas as well. We've then got the Beverly, which is like a chameleon purpley mauve gold. Again, all reflective in leaves. But guys, this is what I've been dreaming of. This is the autumn mix maple leaf and it is stunning. It is so beautiful. I cannot tell you what this does to my soul. It's like I come alive at this time of year. You guys know me. I've been moaning about the heat now for about 4 months. I've seen 2 rain showers in 4 months. It's getting ridiculous at this point. Okay, PPE is going on. Let's get serious. Let's get serious for a minute. I'm using my GVS Ellipse Half Mask is the name of my respirator. And I've got my nitrile black gloves on because PPE, guys, is so important, no matter if people want to tell you it's not. We are starting off with the brown glitter. The resin I'm using is the Let's Resin 2-part epoxy AB and into a tiny little pot. I'm not using too much resin first. We just want a very thin layer of clear epoxy resin down into each medallion, and then we're going to come in with the brown, and then we're going to come in with those leaves. Guys, at this point, I'm not even kidding, let me lay in a pile of leaves, please, because when I took George for a walk this morning, I was swooshing autumn leaves every time I took a step. Yes, I am that person. Yes, I was kicking up the autumn leaves as I was walking this morning. So even though it might not feel like autumn, the trees don't lie, guys. The trees don't lie. Okay, Claire, calm yourself down. Back to the video. A thin layer of resin, super thin. I'm simply tilting the mould because I don't want any more resin in these, but I am tilting the mould to make sure that this resin is almost evenly distributed throughout each medallion. I'm not too worried at this point of seeing any gaps. If there's gaps, I'm not too worried because it's not, you know, you'll see. You'll see why, because I'm adding brown. Now, I did start off adding brown at the bottom. My thoughts here were that the brown at the bottom is going to be the bottom of the leaf pile. We're going for falling leaves and a leaf pile at the bottom. But then I was like, wait, Claire, stop. The leaves need to go in first. I want to see those leaves more than I want to see the brown glitter. So I quickly changed it to get some of these stunning autumn maple leaves down at the bottom of each medallion. And then after I've done that, I'm going to put the brown in. Now, you can kind of see where I'm going with this. I am literally starting my autumn 2025 series by saying, hello autumn, hello fall. I'm really sorry to Australia. I know this doesn't fit with your seasons, or anyone, to be fair, south of the equator. I know that you're coming into your spring and summer now, but for us up here in the northern hemisphere, we are entering our autumn girly era. Oh, all right, I know there's men out there too. Guys, let's not deep it. Let's not take everything I say too deep. But yes, we're going for a beautiful pile of autumn leaves at the bottoms of the medallions. followed by just a very light sprinkling of leaves falling from the trees above. That is what we're going for. Now, I am using a micro brush tool here just to, I guess, separate out the maple leaves and get them exactly where I want them. But the thing is here, they will move. Resin moves, they will move. So you just have to kind of do what you can to get them in the position that you want them to be in, and just making sure that they don't travel too far. The chances of these navigating to the center of the molds is strong, because resin has a tendency to pull in to the center of any mold. If you are new to resin, that's what resin does. Resin does what resin wants, let's be honest, guys. But I really want these leaves at the bottom. I want it to be a big pile of leaves that you would just jump into when you were 5 years old and do leaf angels. Next up, the brown is going in. Now, I don't want too much brown. I do not want this brown glitter to dominate. I just want it to look like I guess like a leaf mulchy boggy ground. And that is why I'm adding the brown in there. I do give it a bit of a swirl, and I do mix it in with the leaves just a tad to get them slightly blended, but I don't want that brown glitter to take over. So I just want it to be predominantly leaves. Honestly, guys, let me know in the comment section how you feel about autumn videos. And also let me know in the comment section if there's anything specific that you would like to see me do for autumn that you've never seen me done before. I do have a whole list of autumn video ideas that I kind of add to as the year goes on, and I just add and I add and I add. Some of the videos don't ever get made because they're just little ideas that I had at the time, and some videos I am busting, like cannot wait to make. And of course this was one of them, because as soon as I received this beautiful leaf glitter from Sharon, I think you all know where I'm coming from here. Okay, enough talking. Back to the video. We are now going to be adding the falling leaves. So this is where I took my time. These are words you rarely hear from me. One at a time. I'm using a cocktail stick. Am I using a cocktail stick? Yes, am I? No, I think I'm using a micro brush tool here, but it has got no brush on the end. I've ripped off the end and I'm just using the plastic stick. And I'm dipping it in to the leaves and individually placing my maple leaves. This is serious. I was very, very serious about how I wanted this to look, and that is why I took my sweet time. Now here you see me filling gaps. Like earlier on when you saw me putting the clear resin in, I did have gaps and I wasn't too worried about it because I had resin left. So I knew that if there was still a gap by the time it came to putting the falling leaves, then I could just simply fill those in. And that's exactly what I did. So again, 2, 3, 4, 5 single individual leaves falling from the sky. And like I said, everything is moving still. This resin is still quite fluid. The leaves at the bottom of the medallions are trying to move up, whilst the falling leaves are trying to move down. So it really was not, I want to say a labor of love, because it didn't take hours. But it really was a, keeping your eye on the ball and babysitting these, because with every shot you can see that everything moves. So what's most important is that you babysit the leaves at this point, because things will move. And you can see here, even though I babysat, you can see after 24 hours, those falling leaves have moved down slightly away from the top of the medallions, and it's okay. Okay, we're going to back these in the most beautiful dark brown chocolate mica, and we are done with the filling of the mold at this point. Now, the dark brown chocolate mica in the resin is, it's going to make those maple leaves utterly pop. Like, you could go with a light color at this point, but honestly, I just think that dark moody brown is going to bring out the best in these maple leaves, and that's why I chose the color. But it's also it's just the perfect shade. It's the perfect shade. Now, what I did at this point, I moved the mold over to its 24-hour position because it doesn't stay where I film. It gets moved over for the next video to be able to film it. And then I filled it up there because I wanted each of these to have a beautiful domed top to them. And it worked a dream. And this is what we're looking like. You know what I find interesting about mica powder is that mica powder itself does its own thing. So that first one you saw had the most beautiful mica brown finish, whereas some of them came out with like strange shapes and like cloudy centers. And it's so interesting how the 4 that were at the bottom of the mold came out with different cloudy centers, but the 4 that were at the top of the mold came out completely plain. Make it make sense. Like, I don't understand the science. Can you see faces in these? Because I can see faces. This one here, does anyone else see an alien head? Because I see an alien head, but I also see a little hitchhiker. I see a little bit of confetti that somehow got in there. Don't ask me, guys, I'm not the neatest, but yeah, we've got some debris and I'm really not happy about it, but that's all good. But see those bottom 4, are they not like really bizarre? Please tell me you're seeing faces and I'm not losing my mind in this exciting autumn season. Okay, a quick clean up. Some of the backs of these were a bit sharp in areas, so I'm just using my deburring tool here just to get rid of any sharp edges. Basically, I think it was only 2 or 3 of them that had a sharp edge, but now it's time to bring these to life and finish them off. And guys, I was looking in my stash for autumn colored vinyls. Actually, I was just looking for a cream. Could not find a cream in all of my vinyls. I could not find it, so I thought, let me go to Amazon. I found these. Now these are skin tone permanent vinyls. Guys, they are absolutely perfect for all things autumn. Like, again, I only really wanted cream. And when I typed in autumnal vinyls on Amazon, this came up. Skin tone vinyls. If these do not scream autumn, I don't know what does. You've got the beautiful rose creams, you've got beiges all the way up to a dark brown, and whilst they are skin tone vinyls, they are absolutely perfect for every autumn project that you could possibly want to do, unless of course you go down the vibrant bright colours like oranges and yellows, then maybe not. But yeah, here we are. We did some vinyl, cried some tears whilst doing so because it took another 2 attempts to get these right. And it's time to lay them down. Sweater weather. All of these phrases were found directly on the Cricut design space. I simply typed in things like autumn phrase, fall phrase, and then I saw this sweater weather and I was like, perfect, absolutely perfect. Even though we don't say sweater here in the UK, we usually say jumper, but jumper weather doesn't quite do it for me. It has to say sweater weather. So yeah, autumn vibes, all of these were files that came up as possibilities for me on the Cricut design space. So I went with them because how beautiful are they? Just beautiful. Each and every one transferred over like a dream. Weeding the vinyl, again, I wouldn't say it was easier or harder than any other vinyl I've tried. It's just that they're small. You know, when you've got words like this, you often get teeny tiny pieces of vinyl in amongst the letters, like the E and the F, that need to come out. And that's why I find it hard, because my vision is not visioning. Okay, next up, guys, it was time to top coat. I left this resin. So this resin from Let's Resin, it really does well. It's got a long work time. I want to say a solid hour. I left this resin sitting the whole time that I was doing the vinyl, and by the time it came to top coating, it was so thick that it made top coating these an absolute dream. So as you can see, I'm simply putting 2 or 3 lollipop stick dollops into the middle of each and every one. I'm moving them off to the side. I'm letting the resin do its thing. Resin is self-leveling, so I'm not overflowing with the resin. I'm simply putting a little bit into the center of each medallion, and then I'm moving the medallions off to one side, just giving that resin a minute. I'm giving it a minute. I'm letting it do its own thing. I'm seeing how much I've put on there and whether I need to add any more, because what I'm really looking for is a beautiful domed finish, but of course without that resin going off the edge. And the reason I'm so happy with the way these came out is because the resin was juicy thick, like really beautiful to work with. I was confident that if I just put 2 or 3 into the center of these, it's not going to flow off the edge, because it's so thick, it's not traveling very fast at all. But B, when it comes to me doing this, I'm simply teasing the resin at this point. I'm using a wooden cocktail stick to tease the resin all the way to those edges, and it's so thick I'm confident it's not going to drip over the edge now. Basic top coating tips here is that resin will not go where resin has never been. It will not go over this edge unless you pour too much or if your surface is unlevel. The thing is, my surfaces are not level, but because my resin is so thick, it just will not travel over the edge, and that is why I just thoroughly enjoyed this, and I would fully recommend allowing your resin to set up a little bit before you top coat. Now at this point you can use a lighter to pop any bubbles, but do not, I repeat, do not use alcohol. If you spray alcohol at this point, it's going to give them a channel off of the side, and also do not touch the sides. You will open up a way off. So if you touch the sides or spray alcohol, you're going to open up a channel for that resin to flow off of the surface. Now, even though it's super thick, you will still introduce a way out, a way off of the edge. I was so happy with this top coat at this point. I was just hoping it would stay, and 48 hours later, because I got busy, it doesn't have to be 48 hours later, but this was 48 hours later, and I was so happy to see that not a single drip had come down and over the edges. And I have to say, it's possibly my favourite top coat I've ever done, and without a shadow of a doubt, my favourite autumnal keyrings that I've ever made. Like, fully in love, fully happy. They making my heart sing, making my soul want to dance in a pile of leaves. Okay, now, guys, read dimensions. That's another tip for today. You're welcome. Read dimensions when you're buying from Amazon. I was looking for a much bigger, which is, to be fair, what I got. I was looking for a much bigger screw eyelet to use with keyrings, and I saw this pack. I had to laugh. Like, I literally was laughing when it arrived. Now, these I am going to try and use. These are the smallest screw eyelets that came in this whole set. But I thought, do you know what? They would work. They would give me a super strong, robust result. So it's not all bad. I'm going to measure these and hopefully order some more of these. But yeah, I typed in gold screw eyelets and it came up with this set. And I thought, oh yeah, that'll do. Straight in the basket. Bought it, clearly. And that's what happened. I didn't read any of the dimensions because I thought, worst case scenario, the biggest one in this kit will be the right size for me, because I'm imagining them coming microscopically tiny. So yeah, just don't be like me. Don't be like me. As it happens, this eyelet I'm using right now is perfect. It's strong. It's chunky. It's juicy. And I know that this is going to give me a really strong connection for my keyring. Up until now, I have been using the teeniest, ittiest little little eyelets that come with all of the kits that I buy, and I don't like them. I've always felt like they were weak in places. I just felt like they wouldn't last long. I also bought these key rings because, oh my goodness, thank you. How easy was this? A clasp to hook on to your eyelet. It doesn't get any easier than that. Now, I went and I drilled a hole in each and every one. I did have to use my tweezers in part because my hands were just not up to, you know, tightening it to the point where it needed to be tightened. Stunning. Look at this for contrast. The one on the left is what I'm used to. The one on the right is what I am now going to start using. I'm going to measure them and try and order multiple of those because I just think for longevity, they're going to give my key rings that extra added strength. So literally, guys, eat, sleep, repeat. I did exactly the same to each and every one. I just drilled one single hole in each and every pendant. I screwed the gold eyelet in the end. I did need my tweezers on each and every single one of these, but honestly, they were also like a bit of a hack. I'm not going to lie, a bit of a genius hack, because how easy does this look? It literally gave me a whole lever to be able to screw these huge eyelets in, and these brand new hook key rings, I'm sorry, it does not get any easier. It does not get any easier. And I think that's why I'm so excited for this project, because everything just came together and I just felt like these were not only the best resin creations, but also the most robust keyring I've ever made. Like, I just feel like if I was to, you know, gift one of these, they'd still have it 30 years later. That's how I feel about this. But I really want to try something like this on a much larger scale with the leaves and the vinyl. Let me know what you would do. But of course, you can do this on trays, coasters, bookmarks, you name it. You could try this technique wherever you're resining, because oh my goodness me, I'm just obsessed. I'm so in love. I'm excited for what is to come. And I have made probably one of my favorite autumn trays ever. That video is coming soon. Please turn on that notification, guys, because you don't want to miss it. The tray is simply divine. Now, I did add a faux brown leather rope tassel to one of these. I'm not very good at tassels, but I don't like the teeny tiny tassels that come with keyring kits on Amazon. So sorry if you heard George bark in there. Someone walked past the house and you're not allowed to do that. So this is the faux brown leather rope that I got from Amazon. Again, I made a tassel. It's just, I'm not very good at them, but I don't like the teeny tiny ones that come with the keyring kit. Again, I'm repeating myself, but George barked and interrupted my voiceover, so I don't quite know where I am. These are the results. Let me know, with tassel or without tassel, what would you do? Do you know what I would like, guys? I would like to be able to buy in bulk some kind of autumnal charm that I could then add on to my key rings. But not just like one charm, like an actual keyring charm set of 2 or 3 that I could then add on to my key rings to make them extra juicy and beautiful. But I really don't know where to look. Like, I've looked pretty much on every selling site, and you can buy them at like £5 a pop. I'm not paying that. But then you can buy individual autumnal charms on Amazon, like in bulk for 25 or 35 charms, but then it's just a singular charm. Does anyone know where I would go to get maybe 2 or 3 charms on a keychain for not too much money? Yeah, let me know in the comment section if you buy things like that, and let me know where you source them from. But I hope you feel inspired by this video, guys. Thank you so much to Sharon, Kerr, for those glitters. If you are interested in the glitters, do check out Sharon, Kerr on Resin Supplies Den on Facebook. And again, Molds and Shapes Mold, everything detailed below. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.